Hello, my name is Benedict Altier. I'm an undergraduate at the University of Oxford and I'm currently living in Beijing, China to improve my limited Chinese. I am passionate about learning, and in the summer I started a site called polymathshow.com where I explore the habits, techniques and strategies of some of history's and the present day's greatest polymaths, including people like Benjamin Franklin and Leonardo da Vinci, to try and learn how I too might go some of the way to becoming a modern day polymath. And as part of this, I realised the importance of lifelong learning and learning outside of the classroom or outside of the workplace. So, as part of this, I'm launching a site called Give It a Month, where every single month I learn something new. And this month, that new thing is quantified self. The idea of quantified self is nothing new. It's the idea that humans are biological machines, so we can track a lot of information about ourselves and use this information to improve how we live and live in a smarter and more mindful way. So I'll be tracking as much information as I can about myself, and at the end of it trying to see if I can use this information to improve my life. There are a huge number of resources and apps available for this. I'll also be testing what are the best, which ones to avoid, and how I can try and integrate all of these apps and all of these systems into one manageable tool that I can use to help improve the way I live. So I started out my lifelogging journey by heading to Google, where I wanted to learn about the experiences of all the people who've been doing lifelogging for nearly a decade now, to find out what they've learnt from their time. And probably the most useful article I found was on r/quantified self on Reddit, where a guy had literally listed all of the data points he tracks and all the apps and tools he used. And I've included a link to this at giveitamonth.com/e1, along with all the other links for the show. Once I'd done my research, I created a mind map of all the areas in my life I wanted to track and the tools that I could use to do so. And to help me to pick these areas, I asked myself 3 questions. What data do I already have from the apps that I use already? What I wanted to improve in my life that might be useful to track? And then, based on the research I did, what new areas I might be able to track that I previously hadn't considered. And I'll be covering all of the apps and data points that I'm gathering on my life over the next 30 days in different videos. I also went out and bought a Fitbit Charge 2, which I settled on for the built-in screen, the built-in heart rate tracker, and also Fitbit's open API, meaning I can use the data in a lot of other applications. And I found a great comparison tool to help me select the best tracker. Okay, so now I have my Fitbit. I have downloaded all the apps and tools onto my device. I've created a big long list of everything that I want to track. Now I need to make sure that throughout the day I have the triggers and reminders in place that will encourage me to input all of this data without it being difficult and without me forgetting certain pieces of information. So let's take a look at what I've managed to achieve on the first day of the challenge, as well as consider what to focus on tomorrow, where I'll be diving into depth into the exact tools and apps and resources I'm using to track fitness, and every day I'll have a different focus. Please visit giveitamonth.com for more information and like and subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow.